Hi friends, welcome back to my channel again. So today I am very happy because my channel had crossed 200 subscribers. So 200 subscribers is not a big matter, but it matters a lot to me. Exactly before a week I am having 87 number of subscribers and I got a nice response. Within a week I had gained more than 100 number of subscribers, and I hope you will continue my journey in this manner. And my aim is to reach 1k subscribers. I hope you will help me to reach my aim in a shorter time. So in this video I will explain you about the vegetative propagation reproduction in plants. So let us move into the concept. So vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation is a type of reproduction that is seen in the plants. So what is reproduction? Producing the offsprings to continue the next generation is called as reproduction. And there are two types of reproduction. They are sexual and asexual reproduction. And the vegetative propagation, this type of reproduction is asexual type of reproduction. So what is vegetative propagation? The reproduction process is done with the help of the or through the vegetative parts of the plants. So what are vegetative parts of the plants? Stem, roots and leaves are the vegetative parts of the plants. With these parts the reproduction process takes place. So this is called as vegetative propagation. So finally the new young ones is produced. So this is vegetative propagation, a type of asexual reproduction in plants. So vegetative propagation is of two types. They are natural and artificial. Artificial, natural vegetative propagation and artificial vegetative propagation. So what is natural vegetative propagation and what is artificial vegetative propagation? Natural vegetative propagation means the process of reproduction takes place through the vegetative parts of the plants in a natural way. And means natural vegetative propagation means it occurs naturally without involving of the any of the organism, means without involving any of the human being or an animal. It takes place naturally. And artificial, in artificial some of the factors are involved, some of the factors are influenced, such as human beings. And human beings also spray chemical fertilizers that will influence the plants. So it is artificial, we will say fertilizers are artificial ones. So like that, any of the organism is involved in the artificial vegetative propagation, but this natural vegetative propagation takes place naturally without involvement of any type of organism. So let us see what is natural vegetative propagation in depth. So the first type is natural vegetative propagation. Natural vegetative propagation occurs through stems, roots and leaves. So first let us see leaves. In some of the plants like bryophyllum, we can observe this is a leaf of bryophyllum. So this is the leaf of bryophyllum plant. So bryophyllum plants are called as indoor plants because in many of the houses we can see the bryophyllum plants. So in the leaf of the bryophyllum plant we can observe the small buds coming at the corners of the plant, leaf of the plant. Means with the help of the leaf these buds will develop, and if we after developing fully, if we cut these buds and sow it in the soil, so within a few days the roots from the buds are formed. These are the roots, and slowly a new bryophyllum plant will be formed. So means Here the reproduction is means producing of young ones is taking place through the buds that are present on the leaf. Here the leaf plays major role. Why? Because the this leaf feeds the buds and develop these buds into an individuals, and when it is developed, when we cut it and sow it in the soil, it will be developing into a new bryophyllum plant. So here leaf plays a major role. So here reproduction is taking place through leaves. So this is the vegetative propagation in plants with the help of the leaves. Now coming with the help of the stems. So let us see how reproduction takes place with the help of the stems. Some of the plants like runners and stolons, these plants are having weak stems, means those stems are not capable of standing in a way like this in common plants. If you observe this plant, this is the plant and this is the leaf. So here stem is standing straight, but the stems of the runners and stolons cannot stand in this way. Why? Because they are very very weak. So they will be crawling on the ground like this. This is the ground, and leaves will be producing here, and they will be crawling in this manner. Here again the stem is touching to the ground, again it will be going like this, again it will be touching to the ground. So here where the stem is contacting the soil, here some of the buds will be developed, and after developing they will be formed as roots like this. And after, if these stems are cut by human beings, or artificially it can be cut by any of the organisms like animals, human beings, etc. Naturally it can be removed, it can be separated with the help of the wind, rain, etc. Many of the factors are involved in it. So however, in any way it will be cut like this. So when it is being cut, here after roots are developed, then slowly with the help of the rains it will grow into a new plant. Again it will be crawling through the ground. So like this, one by one it will be developing through the help of the stems. So in this there are many of the varieties. So runners. Coming to the stolons, examples of stolons are jasmine, strawberry. And coming to tubers, potato is one of the best example. So these are some of the examples. Now let us see how the reproduction occurs through roots. Roots, it is very simple. There is no complex process involved in it. Roots of the plants such as Murraya and Millingtonia, in any way those roots will take a part in the process of reproduction, but not roots of all the plants will take place in the process of reproduction. Only some of the plants like Murraya and Millingtonia takes a part in the process of reproduction. So this is natural vegetative propagation. Now let us move into the artificial vegetative propagation. So artificial vegetative propagation. So I want to explain this in a simple way. 3 steps are involved in the artificial vegetative propagation. They are: cutting is the first one, layering is the second one, and grafting is the third one. These 3 involves in the artificial vegetative propagation. So first one, cutting. First I will say example of cutting is rose plant. Means if you assume this is a rose flower and this is the stem of the rose flower, this stem contains some of the buds. Not in all the places of the stem, only at certain points of the stem. So if these parts contain few buds, if we cut the stem of this rose plant that is containing the buds, means the part of the stem that contains the bud, if we cut that part, it will be like this. It contains buds and this is the stem. We have to take the part of the stem that containing the buds, and if we sow this in the soil, the same process is involved. After few days, with the help of the rains, it will develop roots, and after some days it will be growing as new rose plant. So with the help of the stem, by cutting the stem, here it is forming another new plant. Artificially we have to cut the stem and we have to sow it in the soil. So it is coming under the artificial vegetative propagation. So this is the first step, cutting, and best example is rose plant. Now coming to the layering. Layering is similar to the stems of the natural vegetative propagation. If you take a plant, it will be crawling on the ground. This is the ground, and there will be a small buds forming by the stem on the ground. So after a few days, here it will develop into roots. When this part is not separated with the mother plant, then at that time only it will be developing into the roots, and after few days, if it is cut by an external organisms or naturally, then it will be developing into the new plant. So this is layering. And coming to grafting, it is a very complex process. So let us see what is grafting. Another thing that here in the process of layering, these plants are not naturally bent. Actually the stems of the plants are very strong, like this. Artificially a human being will bend this stem into the soil. So if this is the plant and this is the stem, this is the soil, artificially the human being will bend it into the soil. Then here it will develop buds and roots. Then after developing of roots, human being will cut the stem. Then it will be separated from the parent plant. With the help of the rains, it will be growing into another new plant. That is layering. Here artificially we are bending the plant. So that's why it is coming under the artificial vegetative propagation. And the third one is grafting. And the examples of layering is jasmine and nerium, a plant. Now grafting, if there is a plant, and if there is leaf, this is one plant and this is another plant, which are different. Both are very different, not familiar. So grafting process means they will cut the stem of the one plant. If one human being had cut this stem in this manner, this is the leaf part and this is some of the stem part, and here also he will cut in this way. In this way, then these two parts are joined in this way. Here he will cut in this way, then this part will be joining here like this. So this is the first part and this is the second part, and both are different stems of the different plants. If we join like this, then we can produce large amount of fruits or flowers in a short time. So it is a usual modification is done many of the villages. So joining of stems of two different plants, and here they will tie a thread and cover this with a polythene bag. That's it. This is the grafting process. which is coming under the artificial vegetative propagation. And the examples of grafting are mango, citrus, apple, and etc. I hope you like this video. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.